And this is the Mercedes-Benz Rangers postgame show, and the Rangers better hope that a home loss to the team at the bottom of the standings is not rock bottom for New York. A 2-1 loss to the Chicago Blackhawks here at Madison Square Garden. Hi, everyone. From my spot between the benches, John Giannone. Inside our Delta MSG studios, Henrik Lundqvist and Steve Valiquette. So much to dissect, so much to discuss from this 2-1 loss. But we want to start here because if you were with us last week, you know that we had our Garden of Dreams Foundation fundraiser, and it was a wonderful night. You Ranger fans, as always, stepped forward. You opened your hearts and your wallets to help all of those who need our help throughout the tri-state. We're leaving that Garden of Dreams fundraiser open to you for a $100 donation. These are some of the prizes that you can win. Autographed sticks and jerseys from some of your favorite Rangers. Also, visits to games coming up, 4 games later on in the season, 1 in each month from January to April. And you can also make sure that you'll spend the night inside the Delta Suite, or you'll meet Sam and Joe in their booth. You may stop in and see us as well. And as you can see right here, we have our 2 guys right now authenticating their stick signings. Henrik Lundqvist and Steve Valiquette. Again, a $100 donation to the Garden of Dreams Foundation will make you eligible to win one of these prizes, including the sticks signed by our boys right there. Guys, tremendous job on that as always. Henrik, you have always been so front and center the 15 years you played here, and certainly since you retired, in helping the Garden of Dreams Foundation through your own foundation and so much of your personal time.
Yeah, it really is a great organization, and as players, you know, it's an opportunity to obviously reflect on the life you have as a professional athlete, but at the same time have an opportunity to give back to so many people. And now as a retired player, I have to say I enjoyed even more all the interaction you have with so many different people in the tri-state area. So, I mean, the support from you fans at home, it goes such a long way. And we're really grateful for you guys being there. So continue to bid on all these items. Again, it's going to go a really long way.
Yeah, no question, guys, and we really appreciate everything that you've done, and certainly the Garden of Dreams Foundation has done so much for so many throughout this area, so thank you for doing that. Again, a $100 donation to the Garden of Dreams Foundation will make you eligible to win one of those sticks, and that will remain open until 11 a.m. tomorrow. So thank you all again for that. Let's hear the first reaction from the Ranger dressing room after this 2-1 loss to the Chicago Blackhawks. Here's Michelle in the room with Chris Kreider.
Chris, just kind of take us through what you're feeling right now, what the emotions are after this game.
Frustrated, obviously. It was sloppy. We didn't execute very well, didn't play fast.
From the start, or where did you feel like things went wrong?
I don't think we can really point to extended periods of play where we're playing the right way. Even in the last couple of games, obviously we've gotten up a ton of goals. We're at least attempting to play quick and supporting each other, playing as five-man units, and it was just sloppy tonight.
Did you feel like tonight defensively as well, just not really able to find your rhythm defensively, to allowing them to have too many chances? Just where did you feel like it was just not good enough?
Yeah, that comes from not executing, playing north fast, breaking the puck out well. They're going to get ozone time, they're going to get riding time, they're going to get their looks, and then not executing leads to turnovers, and then every team's got skill. That team certainly has skill. Comes right back at you. So,
Chris, last night I felt like you guys down in the third period, there was a push and some urgency to try to come back. Tonight I think it was only 7 shots in the third period. I mean, what did you make of the way that you guys handled being down in that final period?
I didn't shoot the puck enough. Probably all game.
Did it surprise you, though, the third, to not really have that same pushback that you guys had yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I mean, I think that the will's there, but you know, we were, like I said, the whole game was pretty sloppy. We weren't executing, and that's happening. Simple is obviously better. I think simple is better most of the time, but for us, we needed to whip pucks to the net and get bodies there, and didn't do that enough.
Does it take on kind of like a snowball feel where it's almost more mental at that point than anything else?
I'm not sure.
Where do you go from here?
I mean, I thought we took steps the last couple games, even though obviously the score was lopsided and we gave up a lot of goals. It's a weird thing to say, but we took steps, and then tonight was no good. So where do we go? We get back to work, and we've shown we can play the right way. We've got to do it for 60 minutes right now, and we've got to do it consistently. Thank you.
honesty from Chris Kreider. And when you think about it, guys, you know, he said the word sloppy 3 times. He didn't like the execution, but he really didn't like that they didn't play fast. Henrik, we heard from you after the second period about that. Steve, we'll start with you. How shocked are you that against this opponent on this ice on this night, given what happened just 27 hours ago, that the Rangers would not play fast tonight?
Shocked, John. It's not that you lose games during an 82-game season. Contenders are going to lose 22 to 26 games during the season. It's always how you lose, and oftentimes who you're losing to. How you lost this game with being outplayed, in my opinion, in the third period so badly that if you didn't know the standings, you'd think these two teams lived in the same neighborhood. It was an even game in the third period. In fact, I thought that Chicago had the better side of the play. They outplayed the Rangers in the third period. When you wanted to see more of a team push, I saw the Rangers coming over the offensive blue line as individuals, one and dones because one player can't go through 3 defenders. I think it's a stubborn way to play, and I didn't like the game from start to finish, quite honestly, and I don't know where you go from here.
Well, to me, and Kreider touched on it a couple times, he said execution. When I think about this team, when they're on it, they're a fast team. But to be a fast team, you need execution. And we saw many times when there's a 5 to 8 foot pass, it's not on the tape, it wobbles. Then the players spend more time trying to settle down the puck and get the timing right instead of just go and keep that speed going. So that first pass needs to be on the tape. It needs to come at the right time. So I think execution is really critical here for them to turn things around. And obviously, we talk a lot about, you know, when things are not going well, you're looking for that perfect pass instead of keeping it simple. It's a mind game right now. Let's be honest. In that locker room, it's a mind game. It's not that suddenly the team is slower or takes more time to react. It's just what's going on between their ears right now. And they really need to reinforce the things that make them a really good team, which is playing fast. But to play fast again, the execution needs to be there. And a lot of that is confidence. And I've said this many times on air. You have to recreate confidence sometimes when it's not there. Even though you feel the pressures building up and you know, you're not getting the result, you need to be very careful what you tell yourself to keep that confidence. And you know, obviously practice is important. That's how you can rebuild your confidence, doing the right thing in practice. Keep telling yourself, your teammates, encourage them, so you go out there with a different energy. I'm missing the energy a little bit. You know, a Rangers team, a confident Rangers team, you would see a lot more energy in that third period. But I think because the results been, you know, somewhat poor over the last couple weeks, they're lacking a little bit of that energy and confidence within the group. So they need to find a way to recreate that. And it's only up to them in the room to get there.